Hello to all your wonderful and beautiful YouTube content creators. Tonight, I am here with a message especially for you guys. Hi, I am Destiny, and my YouTube channel is Destiny Forever Walks. I have some information that I'm going to pass along to all the wonderful content creators here on YouTube. Tonight, I want to talk to you on this topic, how to make your videos more authentic. You know, videos professionals as well as the YouTube content creators, they obsess with lighting, audio, and editing software. And there is no question that those things matter. They make the difference between a high quality production and a mediocre one. But technical elements aren't the only thing to think about for your videos to resonate with your viewers. Way too many videos are well produced, but they never get through to the people because their underlying messages, they lack authenticity. So, where people go wrong, and what can we do to help cut through the noise and make a bigger impact on your audience? I want to help you with that tonight. If I possibly can, I hope this video will resonate something with you to give you more understanding idea about making your videos more authentic. So where people go wrong, where do people go wrong in creating their videos? And what you can do to cut through the noise and make a bigger impact on your audience. Many professionals, as well as YouTube content creators, they accidentally make their videos come off as inauthentic. You aren't lying in your videos, and you aren't making any ridiculous claims. So, you might not even think about whether your message is coming across authentically. See, this is a problem because many YouTube content creators, they do things behind the camera that destroy their authenticity without even realizing it. You could have a very strong script, great production value, and a speaker who never tells a lie. But not even all of those things are enough to wash away the bad taste in the viewer's mouth. If you're doing things that make you come off as inauthentic, viewers are assessing your videos on a subconscious level. And when your conscious and your subconscious messages collide, you leave people good news. You can build authentic connections that captivate the viewers. You can act now to make sure your videos come off as more authentic. The first step is to identify the most common mistakes people make that destroy their credibility. Then you can figure out how to avoid them in creating your videos. So I want you to keep these 5 key things in mind that will help you to make your videos more authentic. Number 1, open up yourselves and share. A lot of commercial videos are well produced, but they come off as to be sterile or corporate to really connect with an audience. One of the biggest reasons for this is because video producers, content creators, they refuse to share anything remotely personal. They stick to the technical jargon, which leaves people wondering if there is even a real human in there beneath the guy or the girl in that fancy dressed up suit. And viewers don't just want to invest in solutions to their problems, they also want to know they're starting a relationship with the right people. Getting to know the people behind the business or behind those videos that you're creating, they are very important to your viewers to take that first step toward getting to know you and your content. So don't be afraid to open up to your viewers. Instead of portraying a flawless but bland corporate persona, why not tell a story? Something you're struggling with, or something that you have struggled with, or tell them about your hopes and your dreams. And you can pull this off without appearing unprofessional or turning your videos into a personal diary. A balance of polished presentation with a few dashes of human openness. It will build a rapport very quickly. Number 2, watch your nonverbal conversation. You know, researchers have found that between 60 to 90% of all communication is nonverbal. So, most professionals or the content creators, they aren't giving this nearly enough attention. They get their strips and they get all their information and things that they're going to bring before their audience down to the pat. And the verbal communication is so perfect. But what they don't realize is that they're setting off non-verbal cues that create suspicion and distrust. Did you hear? They're setting off nonverbal cues that create suspicion and distrust. A lot of the body language is stems from habits that we have been so deeply ingrained, we don't even know that we're doing the things that we're doing anymore. And we get a little anxious in front of the camera. And we might not realize that we're portraying ourselves as inauthentic. So, let me tell you a few little tips here of how we are pulling this off. And here are some of the most common body languages or the body language elements to watch out for when you're getting behind or in front of that camera. You have to open versus close body language. Be careful not to cross your arms or cross your legs, which creates a closed body language, and it makes you come off as defensive and guarded. So keep your limbs open and relaxed and appear more approachable and honest. And then the next thing, touching your face. If you touch your face a lot, then your viewers will interpret some kind of underlying discomfort or an anxiety. So make sure to relax. And keep your hands at your sides, occasionally using them to gesture while speaking. Another thing, you need to have eye contact. There's no better way to build rapport than great eye contact. Look directly at the camera while you're speaking, but don't stare. You have to look away. Every few minutes, you look away and you stare into the camera, but then you take a glance away from the camera. And remember to glance away every few seconds or to blink. Keep from coming across as if you were intense. And then another thing, you gotta watch your posture. You don't be posed. Sit or you stand up straight with your shoulders back. Hang and relax at your side, your hands. And then you appear more confident and more interested than someone who is all slouchy. So, you won't be able to change body language habits overnight. Something you're going to have to work at. It's worth the work, my people. But videoing yourself constantly and regularly, it will help tremendously to get it all down to a T. It might be painful because you're going to go through a whole lot of different changes and adjustment, but you are making yourself your best possibly showmanship and presenting your videos professionally and authentically. It might make you cringe while going through all that trying to get it right. But it will point out things that you'll never notice on your own. And as you work on your body language over time, then you'll form new habits that becomes so natural that you never notice on your own. Let's go back to number 3, how to make your videos more authentic. Number 3 is you have to cut down on filler words. Almost all of us use those filler words like those kind of things when we're speaking. This goes when we're giving a presentation, or we're shooting a video, or we just hanging out with our friends. We use those filler words as an expression. A few filler words every now and then on a problem, they may actually help you seem more authentic because viewers can relate to someone who speaks like they do. But too much filler and not enough substance, it becomes an issue. This is distracting for the audience, who will find themselves latching on to your filler words of choice and zoning out during the important stuff. Too many filler words also damage your credibility. And you know that New Scientist magazine reported on a study where participants, they read a transcript of a testimony about a scanner. And the speaker used the filler words in the first version. And in the second, he used none. And it was harder to convince participants the scanner was worth buying when the speaker used filler words, even at a low point or even at a lower price point. Too much filler makes you come off nervous and lacking confidence. So fixing this, it takes time, but it's doable. So try using free app from your smartphone or your iPhone or your Android to record audio while you tell an anecdote or you talk on your phone as a practice to avoid using so many filler words. And you might not realize just how many of these filler words that you may be using. Awareness is the first step to fixing the problem. Focus on cutting down one filler word at a time for a week or a few weeks before moving into the next. Number 4, don't just read the strip like a robot. Video strips are great tools that keep you focused on the most important points without rambling too much. But relying too much on the strip, people, during production can actually hurt your video's authenticity. Some people who checks his or her strip every few seconds before rallying off a line looks more like a robot than an authentic person with a message. Actors, they use strips. And if you do too, some people might wonder, is the whole thing that you're presenting is an act? Even great strip readers, they sound a little off. There's something not quite natural about their presentation. And they come off as filtered and stiff. might make this, or you might make the best use of your strips by studying them closely before you shoot your videos. And once you're familiar with the key points, then you might make these pointers a little better by trying to put the strip aside while the camera rolls. You want to roll in a flow, looking into your camera, as I said, once every now and then, every few seconds, you want to glance away, not to just do a whole cold stare into your camera. Practice makes perfect, my people. So, your presentation won't be a perfect copy of the strip line by line. And you know what? That is okay. You give your quirks, as well as your unique personality, and the things that make you authentic, a chance to come out while making your key points. Number 5, imagine you are talking to just one person. Your next video might be seen by thousands of people, maybe even millions. You never know. But you can't act that way when you're producing it. If you do that, then you end up conveying a kind of rehearsed phony. You don't want to appear to be phony and fake. You may convey a kind of public speaker persona. You don't want to have that kind of show. You want to be authentic. You want to appear real and genuine to your audience. And it's harder for viewers to relate on an individual level because they feel like you're just another number in a huge group. And in the back of your viewer's mind, they are wondering, is this really how this person acts? Or is this a show or a put on? See, your viewers have their thoughts and their opinions, and they have a right to them. So you gotta present yourself authentic and at your best self while you're presenting it to be real and genuine. But you can beat this by shooting each video with just a single viewer in mind. Focus on that one person, not the whole million people out there that's watching you. And this perspective forces you to get very clear, get very precise about the purpose of the video and your target viewer. One at a time. Focus on that one person. The narrower your focus is, people, is the easier it is to build stronger connections with your audience. So, let me give you a scenario here. Say you're targeting married women between the ages of 25 and 39 years of age. That's better than targeting everyone. But making a video, just another example, maybe we say for a young lady named Eve, and she's 31 years of age, she has a full-time job, she has 2 young children, and she's so desperate to save on her time on commuting. So say for that scenario, again, you're making a video for Eve and she's 31 years old. She's 31 years old. She has a full-time job, 2 small young children, and she's desperate. She wishes to save time on her commute. Now that would be a whole lot better. It is much better to do that. Focus on that. So let's get as specific as you can though about your ideal viewer and what you need to do. Build a customer persona that helps you understand your audience intimately. You want to get personal with your audience. You want to build a relationship. You want to build a close connection with your audience. So, everything ranging from demographics and income to their hopes and their dreams. You want to build a relationship. Again, get very specific as you can with your viewer. Your ideal viewer. Say you focus on that one person, even though there's a million people out there watching you, but you just using that mindset to keep your focus. It's one viewer at a time. So you focus on that one viewer. So you get as specific as you can about your ideal viewer. And you want to build a customer persona that helps you understand your audience intimately. Everything ranging from demographics and income to their hopes and their dreams. Embracing this perspective from the start will do wonders for your messaging. Wonders and signs you're going to see following you because you're embracing this perspective from the start, and that will produce wonders for your messaging. Now, you know what to say, and it will come off like an authentic one-to-one conversation instead of like a broadcast. And that's what you want to create. Let me give you a recipe for more engaging videos. When you combine that with the other things, both verbal and non-verbal, that affect your message authenticity. There's no limit to how far you can go. Do not limit yourself. Least important factors for videos are that they don't have to be perfect. And a lot of people, out there, these content creators, all they're thinking about is professionalism. That being that perfect person, everything has to be down to a T. That's the least important factors for videos. They do not have to be perfect. We go and we comb our hair, we brush our teeth, we put on makeup, we wear our cool outfit and we get all dressed up for that occasion. Whatever else that we may need to establish that base where we say, okay, I can grab the audience's attention. That doesn't always work. That's not the most important, significant thing. But after you do that, my people, the key is not to be a better version of yourself, but your most authentic self with all your flaws. That is what's real. That is what's authentic. That is what catches your viewer's heart. Is seeing that that person is genuine. That person is real. That person is coming off because they're not putting on a show. They're talking about their experiences. They are pouring out their heart, their genuality. That's what makes you different. That's what makes you authentic. And your videos will come off at its very best because you're showing the true you, your true self. So my people, allow your flaws to go. Tell about your stories, your ups and downs, your pains, your hurts, your distresses in life, your failures. Share your stories. then they see that you are genuine, you're real, then you're not putting on flaws and pretend like you never have experienced pain, hurt, you have never been through anything, that you're not even human, because we all humans gonna go through things. So people, I'm gonna say this again. You have to present yourself at your best, a raw and authentic self. And you're gonna have to establish that base of being genuine with your viewers and your audience. And after you do that, the key is not to be a better version of yourself, but your most authentic self with all your flaws. And that is what makes you human. And that is what your audience want to see. That is what's going to draw them. That is what's going to touch the string of their heart, because they see that you're genuine, that you're real, and they see that you're not trying to put on a show to cover up your flaws and your hurts and pains. They can relate because they are being in those places. Many people don't want to share their experiences, their hurts and their pains and their failures, because they want to feel like they are also a thumb standing out, because everybody putting on these fake things like they never gone through anything. They are perfect. They don't make mistakes. So they're afraid to step up and say, I hurt. I've been through this, because everybody else is so perfect. Okay, you get that tomorrow. So, what do you do to make sure your videos, messages come off authentically as possible? And that's a question I want you to think on. What do you do to make your videos, messages come off as authentically as possible? Please answer that question and leave your comment below in the comment section, because Destiny want to know. In the meantime, no matter here, namaste, my beautiful people. Have a wonderful night. I hope this video has really helped you to all these wonderful video content creators on YouTube.